Hey everyone, this is Mainak from Civil Center and I welcome all of you back to our channel. So friends, I'm making a total complete video tutorial on Revit, and if you haven't watched the previous videos, you can do so using the link which has been given in the description. We have completed our model till this much, and in today's session we'll just go and make some taggings of furniture components and move forward to our model. So first of all, we'll go to the level in which we have created the plan, that is the plinth level. Here as you can see, level 2, and we'll do the tagging for the doors and windows. So first of all, I'll follow the easiest process. Go to architecture or go to annotate, and then select the tag all, and then you'll just open the door tags and click on the window tags and then click on apply. And after that you can see that all the tags have been applied, and but some tags are not visible, so we'll just go again and select this option, all objects in current view. I had selected it purposely to show you what this effect does, and then you can just click on door tags and your window tags once again, apply and OK. So by default, as you can see, Revit has some default names or numbers for the doors and windows. So what we can do, in case of windows, you can select this and go to edit type and then change this. So we have two types of windows here, one 3-foot window and 5-foot window, and the ventilators. So 3-foot window, let me just change the, as you can see in the identity data, let me just change the mark to your W2 and then click on apply and OK. So after that, as you can see, all the 3-foot windows names have been changed. The 5-foot window I'll name as W1, go to the edit type and then go to the identity data and change this mark as your W1. So after that, click on apply and click on OK, and as you can see, this window have been named. For the ventilators, you just select on this and select on the ventilator here and select on the edit type, and then we'll just go to the identity data and name this as V. Apply and OK. Now windows and ventilators have been named. Now for the doors, the same thing doesn't work here. Suppose as you can see, this is a 3-foot door, main door. I'll go to the edit type and then just change this mark to, let's say, D, and click on apply and OK. So as you can see, this doesn't make any change here. So even if I go below and change the mark here to D, then click on apply, and then only it changes, but it doesn't make effects to the other doors. So we have to do this one by one, and we'll do this. This is a 2-foot 6-inch door. I'll name this as D2, and then click on apply. As you can see, now if we want to just edit all the tags, we have to do it one by one. There is no option of doing it in a single click, so that's one disadvantage. So now let's show you some other things. Suppose you want to create a section out of this Revit software. So how to do that? So we can go to the one particular level. Let's say go to level 1, and or let's say go to level 3, and then if the particular section is not visible, you can also just go to level 3, and you have this option below, and you have this identity data, view template. As you can see, these are the various options here, and underlay, you have this option, and just select this as level 2, and then you have this option visible. So in this level 3, you can make this as visible, and in this particular level, if you just go and go to your view and particular section, and then if you just cut a section out of it, you can just reduce the size of this particular section and then use the space button to rotate it. As you can see, you can rotate it like this, and you can just right click and then go to this particular section and right click and go to view. So as you can see, this is the particular section which has been taken. So like this, you can just go back to this level 3 and change the particular direction of the section, so this will also get changed. And if you want a section from this side, let's say want it in this side, and you want it up to this much, and you can also move it using the mouse cursor button. I'm using the right arrow for this, and then I'm just clicking outside and checking the section view. As you can see, this is the section view. This is the plinth level, and these are the furniture items. So in the section view, you can observe this sections easily. You can also note that when you create the section here also, section is created where you can access the file easily. So this is how create the sections in Revit. I'm going to just go and delete this, or you can also just click on it and you can either delete it, or you can just click on the or you can just select this and right click on this, and then you have this hide in view by category. You can hide this particular view. So now if you want to create the particular option of your floor roof, so what you're going to do, you're going to architecture and we are going to go to this floor, and we're going to go to edit type and create a new floor here, duplicate this and generic, let's do a 5-inch slab, and then click on OK, and then we'll change the default thickness to your 5 inches. Okay, and click on OK once again, and we'll have this various option. If you have an irregular slab, you can use this particular option. I have rectangular, so I'll just click from here to here, this rectangular option, and then remember to click this tick option. So it is asking, would you like the walls to treat this as this base? Definitely I want them, and I'll click on attach, and as you can see in the 3D view how it looks, using the control and the mouse middle wheel button, I am rotating the model and then viewing this. As you can see, this has been rotated. So this, we have another interesting option here of the section view. I'll just show you that within some time. So in this properties here, as you can see, we have this various properties. We have the option of section box here, and as you can see, we have box here which appears, and you can just change this using these arrows. You can make the sections, cut out the sections out of it. As you can see, you can cut out the sections and view your rooms as such. Here, as you can see here, you can just view any section of the particular room using this option. So I'm just going to go back, and then I'm just going to go here and turn off the section box option. Apply. So now let's move forward and create some false ceilings in this particular plan. So for false ceiling, and you can just hover over here in the 3D view and just then go to the level in the ceiling plans, and then you can simply go to this particular option of ceiling here, and then as you have this option of automatic ceiling turned on, you can select among this particular ceilings here, and then just click on the portion in which you want to assign the ceilings. The ceiling will be assigned, and then you can also check this in the 3D view, and you'll just go, I'm going to the 3D view, and then I'm going to this section box here, and then let's using this section box, let's view the particular ceiling here. As you can see, this is the false ceiling which have been inserted. This is the false ceiling which has been inserted. Go back to the ceiling plan, and let's insert some lights. Let's see how to insert some lights here. Go to architecture and go to components here, go to load family, and then you will have this various option. As you can see, we'll select a down light, round LED or rectangle LED. You will have this option, round light, round LED, and click on open here. So after this is selected, and you will just select on the place on vertical face, place on work plane, place on face. So as you can see, I'll use the option of place on face, and then place this, and we can also, let's see, place it one in here. Just select it properly and place one in here, and one in here, and one in here, and another one in here. And let's just click on escape, and then click on escape once again, and in the 3D view, let's check out the effects. As you can see here, this we have applied the lightings here, and if you want to know further, you can just select this and see it more properly. Now you can observe the ceiling here. As you can see, these are the lights which have been done in the ceiling. So like this you can insert the particular lights in the ceiling. I'm just going to go and turn this, click on escape and turn this particular option of your section box off, and I click on apply. And if you want, you can also just select the particular wall and hide it and also observe that. As you can see, this is your view. So like this you can insert the false ceilings. So now let's prepare the particular railings and your parapet wall. For that we'll go to level 3. Make sure you have this option of, in your underlay you have this option turned on, so that this is visible, as I've told earlier also, level 2. So after that you can go to the option of walls, and we'll just create a new wall. And for that you will just take any wall and then edit type and duplicate the walls, and we'll go with parapet, and we'll go 6 inch, and then click on OK. And then we'll change the properties here. We'll change the width. We'll go to this edit and change the width of this wall to 6 inches, and then click on OK. And then we'll just click on OK here, and then parapet 6 inches, as you can see. So after selecting this parapet wall, make sure you have this height option turned on, and we'll just do this as unconnected because you cannot connect this, and make this as 3 feet. And then you can just change this to finish face exterior, and you can start making the lines here. So I'll want to draw parapet lines along this. Click on escape once again, and I'll select this and this. So I want my parapet walls along this. Go to the 3D view to check. So as you can see, this is the parapet walls which have been made here. So in the front view, what I want is, in the front view, when I want some railings here, so we'll go back to this particular option of your level 3, and in the level 3 option we'll go to architecture. As you can see, you have some option of railings. So 2 options, sketch path and place on railings. We'll sketch path, and we'll use this option, and then I will just use a particular option. As you can see, you have this glass panel option, and we'll just take from here to here the railings, and then click on this, and then you can check in the 3D view the railings. So as you can see, we have inserted the railings as well here. As you can see, this are the railings which we have inserted, and we have also found a way to make our parapet walls. So friends, that's all for today's video.